Okay, Patrick here. Just trying to find a nice spot to record a video. Let me just see if I can find a spot here. Alright. Hi, Patrick Chan here, and I'm actually recording this video from Bali. And this is a very casual video. In fact, it is so casual that I'm actually recording this with my my little iPhone there, and I'm just putting on some casual mic, and I'm going live right now. Okay, I'm actually not live, but this is a recorded video. Now, the reason why I thought of recording this video is because as I'm here in Bali having a holiday with my family, I feel a lot of gratitude towards what I've humbly achieved for the past more than a decade with internet marketing and internet marketing business. And I thought of taking this time to actually share with you a story of how all of this happened, like, you know, how it ends up with me being here and so on. And if you don't mind, I mean, the sun is really bright, so I'm just gonna put on my shades if that's okay. It's not that I'm trying to hide my eyes in that sense, but you know, the sun is really bright, you can see, and you can even see I'm more sunburned for the past few days. So as I mentioned, this is a casual, candid video, and I just want to share with you about internet marketing or building an online business or digital marketing, whichever route that you want to choose, or even e-commerce business. You see, I started internet marketing back in 2003, and my very first webpage, the very first website I set up is called esuccessmastery.com. Now, I know it sounds like a very weird name, the domain name. That was the first domain name I bought, esuccessmastery.com. I was in the self-improvement niche in that sense because I'm someone who always like to read books, attend seminars, go through courses and so on. And I thought of the domain called Success Mastery. I mean, you know, it's if you want to achieve success, you have to master success. So Success Mastery sounds like an awesome name. And then I go to GoDaddy at that time and try to purchase successmastery.com. And guess what, even back in 2003, that domain is no longer available. Then I thought, hey, you know what, if it's not available and I'm going to do things online, so how about if I put an E there, so it becomes esuccessmastery.com. And that's where everything started, and that was my first so-called official web page when it comes to internet marketing. And that's 2003. And what do I do with that web page? So I put out that web page. I mean, it's no longer there. I've removed it. It's way too embarrassing if you did see that web page. So that web page is just a single page web page where it's offering a free gift, and in return it was building a database. It was building they call it a mailing list in that sense. So I started with that page, nothing fancy, no corporate website, no Pratichan website. You know, I was nobody. I was this little dude who is totally unknown. Nobody knows who I am, but I kind of understand the formula to make money on the internet, and I want to share with you that formula in this video. I want to teach you in this video. That's why it's a casual video, and I thought of recording it. And since I'm here, I mean, I've nothing much to do other than doing nothing. So here we go. So the formula is all about building a mailing list so that you have database where you can market to at your will in that sense. Okay. So I set up that webpage, and how do I get people to actually subscribe into my newsletter in that sense? All I did was I was giving away free gift. I was giving away free information about self-help. You know, I get information from other self-help gurus and so on. So I started my internet marketing business. And how did I actually make money? I mean, I don't have a product. I'm nobody. So I went to a website at that time called cj.com. It's still around. It's short for commissionjunction.com. And I promoted a program called, it's not really a program, but a product, a book by Robert G. Allen and Mark Victor Hansen, and it's called 1 Minute Millionaire. I mean, that was that time, right? I mean, it's still around here, but you know, the book is more than a decade right now, and I still recommend you to read 1 Minute Millionaire. It's really, really good book. So anyway, that time they were running an affiliate program. Now, what is an affiliate program? An affiliate program basically means that you can make money by promoting someone else's product and they'll cut you commissions. So I started promoting that book. I think I was making like can't remember, $7, $8 or $10 per book sold, right? So I was making some income, and then I also found out there's a website called clickbank.com where I can promote digital products and they'll pay me like 50% commissions, right? So I started to make money, and that was like 2003. And after like a year or so, people start asking me about, hey, how do you do this? How do you actually make money on the internet? How do you build an online business? And you must understand, at that time, it's very basic. I mean, that was like more than 10 years ago, right? So I started teaching internet marketing because people were asking me, like, how do you do this? How were you able to start making US dollar? And you were like a little kid in tiny little island of Penang, and I was making pretty good income at that time with my internet marketing business. And I did my first workshop. So my first workshop was in 2004, right? And I'm not sure how much they pay, maybe about 2,000 ringgit or something like that. That was like 2004. Yes, 2004. So they come in the class, then I teach them how to do this, how to create digital products and put inside ClickBank and start selling. And some of them did not create their own product, but they went to ClickBank and looked for products to promote and start making commissions, right? I can still remember my very first student. His name is Su Cheng Guan, right? And he created an info product teaching people how to breathe, and he got his first sales in like the first 2 months or something like that. Now, the interesting part is that he teaches people how to breathe, and there are people who are actually buying. So he teaches people how to do Tai Chi breathing in that sense, and that was like many years ago. And the thing that inspired me so much at that time was this: is that I asked Sue, so why did you do this? You have a job that time. Why do you explore internet marketing? And he said this to me. He says that, Patrick, my mom is getting older, and I just want to spend time with her. Just want to be by her side. So I need to work at home. And that was the only so-called strong reason why he grew the business. He built the business and so on. And of course, he quit his job after that, way back in 2004, and started doing internet marketing. Now, I get emotional when I talk about Sue, not about his success, but not long ago, Sue just passed away in an accident. But the interesting part is that, right, that Sue was actually able to spend time with his mother throughout the many years before her mother left a few years ago at the same time. But he has that kind of time with his mother, and that was his wish in that sense. So I started teaching about how to make money on the internet and build an online business. Then, when you start doing that, when you are a pioneer and nobody else is actually doing that, and probably a handful of people doing that, but when you're one of the pioneers, people start, there will be smart Alex that comes out and say, hey, you know what, this is a scam, and show me how you make money and blah 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 and this kind of stuff, right? So so one guy was saying that, dude, you show me how you actually make money online without being a guru, because I don't do guru stuff. I mean, like that guy, he says I don't do any guru stuff, and I don't want to get into like internet marketing and so on, but show me your system actually works, right? And what he says was actually very true. The fact is that if you want to teach someone how to make money online or how to build an online business, you yourself need to make money online or have an online business. There's nothing to do with internet marketing in that sense. So he says, okay, that's cool. So I took out your challenge, and let me just put out a webpage, put out a website, and I'll show you how I make money online without getting into any internet marketing whatsoever, any business and so on. So that's where I launched boxer.tips.com, right? So it's still there, but it's not selling. There was a dog website that I sell an ebook about dog training, specifically for boxer dog breed. If you ask me, do I have a boxer dog? No, I do not have a boxer dog in that sense. In fact, I don't really know about boxer dogs, but it's just to illustrate that it is possible for someone to actually with the right formula and the strategy, you can actually deploy a system and put it on the internet and start making money. So I launched boxerdogtips.com. Now, as you know, this video is where I want to share with you some of the true secrets of how I make money, how I get traffic, and so on. So how do I get traffic for boxerdogtips.com? At that time, article marketing was the top. It's one of the core strategy that people use to drive traffic. So I can still send you the link, right? I have an article about boxer dog, and it gets about 100,000 views. 100,000 views, right? It's still on in ezinearticles.com. It was still there. So that one article drives so much traffic for my webpage, and I start selling my boxer dog. And then at the same time, I didn't sell my boxer dog. I was selling my boxer dog guide in that sense, right? I'm not selling dogs on the internet. I'm selling like a dog training ebook. And after that, I started running ads with Google AdWords. That time, 2045, whatever the year is, was so long ago. The Google AdWords, it's an easy game. There's not many restrictions like what we're having like today. So I was driving traffic from Google AdWords and paying like 15 cents a click. Man, I was like crushing it because the traffic is so cheap. And like only 15 cents or even 10 cents sometimes. I was driving traffic to my webpage and my webpage was converting. I was making money through that way. And I've made money through many different ways: affiliate marketing, CPA, cost per acquisition, AdSense. Speaking of AdSense, in 2006, that was the AdSense craze that time. We were making money as I would say a pretty good income. We were making like 4 figures per day just from Google AdSense alone. And all we were doing is that we were just creating web page by using software and put it on the internet and optimizing it to get traffic from Google, and people were clicking on ads and I was making money, right? So going back to the dog web page, right? And after a while, I've actually sold the content of my boxer dog to Ryan Dice, who owns digitalmarketer.com today. Ryan Dice and another internet marketing guru that time. And I kind of stopped doing that business because it has been sold away. The content I sold it away as private label rights. And by 2005, I started speaking for a world. This seminar is called World Internet Summit. They go all around the world and they do seminars about internet marketing. In fact, they were the pioneer. They are one of the first internet marketing seminars in the world. So I was the first and only Malaysian speaker for World Internet Summit. Actually, it was the first that time. So 2005, I started speaking, and then I traveled all around the world to speak at seminars in US, in Australia, in UK, in Dubai, in Arab, in India, and all around the world, and I start doing that, right? And it's a very good experience because you get to meet different culture, you get to touch different lives, in the sense that you're able to teach them how to start an online business and they build it and so on. So by 2008, I started to say, hey, what? I don't want to travel that much anymore. So I started my own seminars. So in 2008, I started doing my own seminars in Malaysia and in Singapore. And as years goes by, I started doing my own seminars and so on. And everything has been really wonderful. But by the year of 2015, which is about a few years ago, I realized that I wasn't having time. I realized that I've been building the business and I've been working too much on the business. I have a team, I have employees and everything and so on. Then I kind of realized that I kind of forgot why I started internet marketing, why I started online business. You see, the reason why I started internet marketing and online business is because at that time I want to have freedom, right? I want to have the lifestyle. I want to have this experience. I want to be free, right? I want to have time with my family. I want to be in Bali like this, just doing nothing. But I wasn't having that because I was working a lot in that sense. And yeah, I was making money and so on, but it doesn't achieve my original goal. So I started asking my question in 2015. It says that, how can I grow my business by scaling down? Because most of the time, people think of hiring more people, spending more on infrastructure, building all these kind of extra things in order to scale higher to make more money. So I started asking myself the question is the other way around, is that how can I make more money by scaling it down? So in 2015, I've sit down, I restructured the whole business, and I created the system called Operation Zero Employees. So Operation Zero Employees is about how to make more than enough and live the lifestyle that you want. So as the name sounds, Operation Zero Employees, I created a system so that I do not have employees. And as of today, I do not have employees. I have a team, but I do not have employees in that sense. So it took me about 2 months to actually implement the whole system. And I'm happy to announce that it worked, and in about 60 days or so, the office is gone. I mean, the office is still there. I mean, I still have the office, but there were no employees in there anymore. And the most interesting part is that my income actually increased, and I have more freedom. I have the so-called, depending how you call it, as cheesy as it sounds, the internet lifestyle. There's a lot of people who talk about digital nomad today, and I resonate with that idea. That is great and so on. Most of the digital nomads today are designers, coders, and so on, freelancers. So they go elsewhere and do the work so that they are not in an office. So they work remotely, like in Bali or in Bangkok or anywhere they want to go. But what most digital nomads are doing is that digital nomads are usually doing some work. So another way, it's a good lifestyle, but they're actually trading time for money. Now, the other aspect of digital nomad that I want you to explore, to consider, if you want to be a digital nomad, it's not that rude, but to build a business, right? To be an online business so that you spend your time to build it, and this online business makes money for you. Now, is it going to be easy? It's easy if you have the right strategies, formula, and so on. But you still need to put in the effort and to build it, right? So going back to originally when I talk about this video, why I'm just recording this when I'm in Bali, I just feel like recording because, like I said, I'm having a holiday, and I want to share that whatever success that you want to have, whatever lifestyle that you want to achieve, it is not something that you work on for a month and then you have that. The trick to success or to build your online business empire, it's to start doing that right now, being consistent and continue to do that, putting the effort and so on, because you're building a business. A business is an asset, and when this business becomes successful and stable, it starts working for you in that sense. So your work becomes less and less and less, and then your income continues to increase. It's all about having systems in place and building the right strategies. And the other point is that if you want to achieve success or building a long-term business, forget about trying to think of how you can sell better, but think of how you can add tremendous value to your customers. If you're able to do that, then money will so-called come to you in that sense. Alright, so last thing I'll share with you is that I'll be doing my 8th seminar called the Internet to Income 8th Seminar. The full details will appear on this webpage in this video anytime soon. And if you want to secure your seat, you can do that. And that is where I'll be sharing about how you can build a business strategically and so on, where the system that I use. So check it out there, the full details will be there. And I hope to see you there, where I can actually share with you more of how you can actually do this. Even though if you do not have any employees and so on, you can actually achieve this and to build it through the right system and the strategy and the formulas. With that said, this is Patrick here, signing off, and I look forward to see you then.